with the Clippers shooting 23s and making 23s on tonight. I guess that's just hard to overcome. Is there anything that you wanted differently out of your defense? What was the difference in your team the second half?
I think, we did give up too many uncontested threes in the second half, and give Paul George a lot of credit. He made a lot of contested threes in that half as well. But, they're a good team. There's no doubt about that. Coming off a loss, they were going to come out and give us their best shot. And, we didn't defend the three-point line well enough to give ourselves a shot. And then on the offensive end, we didn't generate enough threes to give ourselves an opportunity either.
You mentioned the offensive end. I know that the second half, they were just throwing different looks even at you defensively, but also denying Darius. Is there anything that did you feel like you were caught off guard from a few things, or how do you feel like they disrupted your offense?
No, I think, it's hard to make a living shooting a lot of floaters. And I think that's what they forced us into tonight. We made some, but it's hard to, score at a rate, taking a lot of floaters and a lot of, longer twos. So we have to do a better job of generating more threes because we played into their hands defensively. They wanted us to take those shots, and, we can do a better job of generating more three-pointers to give ourselves a little bit more of a chance.
And just disregarding the score, Coach, when you're looking at what your second unit was able to give you, what stands out to you, especially with Jared Allen?
The way they played together and the way they competed. I think Jared's play speaks for itself, and it's kind of, what we expect. But then you had guys like Lamar, who came in, I thought was outstanding on the defensive end of the floor. He took some, challenges from Kawhi and Paul George, and he did a really good job of making it tough on him. So, again, we'll find those victories, and as we still look for growth.
Chris
Fedor, Cleveland.com. JB, we've talked about this a little bit over the last couple of games, but Darius and Colin are two of your better three-point shooters. So what is the balance for those two guys if the Clippers are going to give them those kinds of floaters, them taking those versus, stepping back at times beyond the three-point line for those kinds of shots?
Well, I think, again, I give the Clippers a ton of credit. They put a lot of length on our guards, and they fight over the top of all the screens. So as they do that, there's no room for the three, and then they funnel you into the paint, and they stay home on, the perimeter players, and kind of bait you into taking those shots. But again, through movement, through penetration, and even staying out of the pick and roll game, getting into more drive and kick stuff, we got to force rotations and create ball movement and energy to create some open threes, where those guys sometimes can be the recipient instead of having the ball in their hands all the time.
That's what I was going to ask you. Did you feel like Darius and Colin took the bait, or do you, if you're assessing their performance, are you happy with the way that they attacked the defense for the most part?
For the most part, I was pleased with it. Again, we have to do a better job of, creating opportunities for them to make the spray. They're capable of making those floaters, right? But again, there's a certain amount where, just percentages and, analytics come into play where you just can't generate enough offense taking that many twos. And I think, that kind of bit us in the butt tonight.
Kelsey
Russo, The Athletic. JB, was his back still bothering him because he seemed to be off a little bit tonight, or was there just something that the Clippers were doing both defensively and offensively that was just not allowing him to get to the rim as much and protect the rim?
Again, they did a really good job of executing their game plan. When the ball in his hands, I thought they sent a lot of traffic to him and crowded him and made it difficult for him, to get to his spot and to finish from his spot.
Okay, thank you.
Spencer.
Spencer Davies, basketballnews.com. JB, I just wanted to get your take on the job that Dylan and Lamar did on two of their best players, and even with Dylan down low on Zubac and refusing to let him get the ball underneath.
Yeah, no, I thought, again, those guys really scrapped. They competed, they took the challenge, and I was extremely proud of them by the way they competed. They didn't take a step back because of, who it was on the other end. They went and fought them and made them earn everything. But again, take your hat off and give the Clippers credit. They're a heck of a basketball team. They're a high-level two-way team with great length, size, and skill. So give them credit, but again, give our guys credit because they did compete and they did battle.
Do you feel like that bench unit gave you a little bit more juice tonight?
Yeah, I thought they were really good. I think you look at, when we made that run in the second quarter, a lot of those guys, they were on the floor. And they helped us, get a lead. And then, obviously we had a hard time holding on to it. And then, in the second half, I thought we dug ourselves a hole that we just couldn't get out of.
Kyle Molinelli, go ahead.
Kyle Molinelli, WZIP Sports. Coach, you've kind of talked about it all year about how you want to see what type of team this is when adversity hits. Tonight and the rest of the schedule in February, you're going to kind of run into a lot of it. So what are you expecting from the team, and what are you looking for, considering they're still kind of gel with Jared Allen and Torian Prince kind of still figure out in the lineup? What are you just kind of looking for overall?
Again, playing to our identity, and that's the most important thing. We want to be, competitive. We want to be selfless. If we do that, that'll lay the foundation for what we want to be moving forward. And then, the results will